What is going on, guys? This is DropThisBox, and today we are officially getting back on track when it comes to our regular upload schedule on the channel. I just released my last Christmas related video yesterday, and I had a lot of fun expressing my love for The Nightmare Before Christmas. But today, like I said, we're going to be getting into a lot of the things that I normally talked about throughout the week when it came to a lot of the different topics that I focused on. And within this video itself, I just want to give my thoughts on Kid Icarus Uprising, because in the previous two videos I did, I talked about the very first Kid Icarus game, and then I talked about Kid Icarus of Myth and Monsters. So I feel like it's only a matter of time you guys probably saw a video like this on the channel when it came to me expressing my love for Kid Icarus Uprising, because trust me, I do have a lot of things to say about Kid Icarus Uprising. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into that good stuff. So if you guys have anything that you want to say about Kid Icarus Uprising as well, as always, be sure to let me know down below. So when Kid Icarus Uprising was announced, I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and curiosity. It was a revival of a series that had been dormant for decades, and I wondered how it would adapt to the modern era. The game didn't just bring Kid Icarus back, it redefined what the series could be. It took the charm of the original games and infused it with vibrant visuals, snappy dialogue, and mechanics that felt like a complete evolution. That kind of dedication to preserving the heart of the series while making it relevant to a new generation is something I admire. What stood out the most to me was how Uprising retained its connection to the older games. The game didn't shy away from referencing the NES and Game Boy classics, whether through the enemy designs, remixed music tracks, or subtle nods in the story. These callbacks reminded me that this was still Kid Icarus at its core, even with all the shiny new layers. It showed respect for its roots, and that's something fans of any long dormant series can appreciate. Then there's the overall presentation, which felt like a love letter to classic Nintendo fans. The graphics were stunning for the 3DS, and the vibrant, whimsical style fit perfectly with the tone of the series. It was like stepping into a modern reimagining of a childhood memory. Don't even get me started on the soundtrack. That was an absolute masterpiece, and each track seemed to breathe new life into the Kid Icarus world. And by the time I finished my first playthrough, I realized that Uprising wasn't just a good game. It was a statement. It was proof that even after decades of dormancy, Kid Icarus could come back better than ever. That kind of revival doesn't happen often, and it made me fall in love with the series all over again. One of the biggest surprises for me in Uprising was how much personality it gave to Pit and Palutena, because in the older games, there wasn't much room for character development, but Uprising completely flipped the script. Pit's optimism, loyalty, and sense of humor instantly made him one of the most lovable protagonists in Nintendo's lineup. I found myself rooting for him not just because he was the hero, but because he felt so genuine and relatable. Palutena, on the other hand, brought her own brand of charm. Her banter with Pit throughout the game added so much depth to their dynamic. She wasn't just a distant goddess giving orders, she felt like a real character with wit, wisdom, and a sense of fun. Their interaction ranged from hilarious to heartfelt, and they added a layer of storytelling I didn't expect. It was refreshing to see a protagonist and their guide have such a natural and engaging relationship. Even the villains were brimming with personalities. Hades stole the show with his over-the-top antics and biting humor, turning what could have been a standard antagonist into a character I genuinely enjoyed seeing on the screen. Characters like Verity and Dark Pit brought complexity to the story too, each adding their own perspective on the conflicts at hand. Every interaction felt meaningful and added to the world building. Overall, the way Uprising handled its characters made the entire experience so much more personal. It wasn't just about the gameplay of the story, it was about the people, or gods if you want to put it that way, that were involved. That level of attention to character development made me care about the series in a way that I didn't before. And the gameplay in Kid Icarus Uprising was unlike anything I experienced before. And it's one of the reasons I fell in love with the series even more. It combined fast-paced aerial combat with dynamic on-foot sections, creating a unique mix that kept every chapter fresh. The controls might have been a bit tricky at first, but once I got the hang of them, they felt incredibly satisfying. The aerial segments were some of the most exhilarating moments in the game. Flying through stunning environments, dodging enemy fire, and unleashing attacks just felt so fluid and cinematic. It was like being part of an epic action movie, and every level had its own unique twist to keep things exciting. It's rare for a game to make me feel so immersed in its action sequences. On the ground, the gameplay shifted to more strategic combat, but it never lost its intensity. The variety of weapons you could use added so much depth to the experience, whether I was wielding a powerful cannon, a quick blade, or a long-range bow. The gameplay always felt fresh. Experimenting with different weapons and finding my preferred playstyle became part of the fun. What impressed me most was how the game balanced its creativity with its challenge, because every level felt meticulously designed with enemy patterns and environmental hazards that kept me on my toes. The difficulty slider was a brilliant touch, allowing me to tailor the experience to my skill level while offering greater rewards while taking on tougher challenges. It all came together to create a gameplay experience that was truly one of a kind. And I wasn't expecting much from the story going into Kid Icarus Uprising at first, but it turned out to be one of the game's biggest highlights. It started out as a simple tale of good versus evil, with Pit fighting to protect humanity from the forces of darkness. But as the game progressed, the narrative took unexpected turns that kept me hooked from start to finish. One of the most impressive aspects of the story was its scope. Just when I thought I was nearing the end, the game would throw in another twist or introduce a new layer to the plot. It wasn't just about defeating Medusa, there were surprises like the return of Hades and the shifting alliances between characters. The way the story kept expanding made it feel like an epic adventure that was constantly evolving. Humor and dialogue also added so much charm to the narrative. There were plenty of laugh-out-loud moments, but the story never lost sight of its emotional core, whether it was Pit's determination to do what's right, Palutena's moments of wisdom, or even Hades' surprisingly profound remarks. The game had a way of balancing humor with heart. By the time the credits rolled, I felt like I'd been on a journey unlike any other. The story wasn't just about a backdrop for the gameplay, it was an integral part of what made Uprising so special. It gave me a deeper appreciation for the series and left me eager to see where Pit's adventure might take him next. Which is actually a good question to bring up, Nintendo. When are we going to be getting a follow-up for the Kid Icarus franchise? Like, I realize it's not as popular as Mario or Zelda or Metroid, but Uprising was very successful. A lot of people enjoyed the game. I have numerous friends that I talk to that always talk about their experiences when it came to the adventure that they went on when they were playing this game and how much fun they had. So I'm just wondering, Nintendo, when are you eventually going to put out another Kid Icarus game? I am very curious about that. And since the Nintendo Switch 2 is around the corner, we haven't had it officially revealed yet, but since it's around the corner, hint hint, maybe you should make a new Kid Icarus game or port Uprising to the Nintendo Switch 2, so people that didn't play the game initially play the game on the new console, and you could redefine it and bring it new light so a lot of other people could enjoy it too. But if I were to get the best of both worlds in this situation, I would definitely say bring the game to the Switch 2 when it comes to Uprising, and to get a new installment in the franchise, because that would put a really big smile on my face. Other than that, if you guys have any thoughts of your own when it comes to Kid Icarus Uprising, like if there's any stories that you guys want to share with me when it comes to your overall experience with the game, be sure to let me know down below, because I would absolutely love to hear what's on your mind. And if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow my social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, which I'm usually active on the most, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below. Be sure to click on that bell so you guys are notified whenever I drop a video on the channel. But other than that, I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day, wherever the day may be, if it's a daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. as always, peace out.